I've been in this road business for 42 years. That's all I've done in my working life. I've seen a lot of things come and go. Some worked well, some didn't. Some were a total fiasco. And ever so often somebody comes up with a great idea and a great piece of equipment. You can patch with it, you can do small milling jobs, you can do soil stabilization or full depth reclamation. That's where people like us, I feel like we need to put our money. We have to find a way to make our money go further. And right now this is the best game in town that we found to watch.
Budget-wise, we only have so much money to do it, and we're trying to reclaim and reuse everything we can. Before we get the zipper, I'd have to have a lot more money to do what we're doing now and what we're reclaiming and reusing. And we don't have the money the state does to build highways. We build little rural roads. In other words, in this precinct, probably where we would be spending $50,000 to repave or chip seal some roads, would be $150,000. We wouldn't be able to do it.
Most municipalities are really short on funds, and being able to do a lot of these streets in-house and being able to afford to do them with the machinery we have here in-house is going to allow us to do a lot more streets that would never have been able to be done. The cost was just so enormous the way we were doing it before, as far as having to rip up the street and then having to come in with a backhoe and remove all the product. Whereas with the Asphalt Zipper, we've got it in-house, we own the machine, we can go in and do half blocks or full blocks whenever need be. With the Asphalt Zipper next to us, I mean, there's just really nothing we can't do. It's made me a hero amongst the people around here. And the savings is just so great that it's really proving to be something very positive for the city of San Benito.
You're always looking for opportunities to reduce your overhead, to bring your budget down, to keep tax, lower tax rates if you can. And this is one of those products that allows you certainly to reduce your overhead in a significant way and in a way you can pretty much feel immediately. And that's because, again, you don't have to use this, the same amount of materials to get the same amount of work done, if not more. You certainly don't, you get more work done in less time, which is obviously a savings. So you start looking at things as not having to use overtime, not having to use as much personnel, being able to accomplish more tasks in the same time period. So this is one of those excellent buys. It's kind of no-brainer for us in terms of reducing county overhead.
Our budgets are tight. We really try to watch what we spend because we do know this is our tax dollars. We put the pencil to it and we tried to figure out, would this be a cost savings to the people of our county? Using the Asphalt Zipper, the taxpayers already done paid one time for all that old stuff that's on the road. Why make them pay for something else when you can use what's already there? We're cutting our cost and our time probably half in two.
We were going to spend the money anyway. We were going to spend it and throw it away and spend it again every time we cut. Why not buy this piece of equipment, become more productive, eliminate them costs forever?
We're trying to make the tax dollars we got go as far as we can, and it's a tool we found that's been able to help us do that. I mean, our whole job is to provide a service to the citizens and the taxpayers, and to be able to tell them that we can do the job for the same cost and do more. That's exactly what politicians want to hear, when they're serving their constituents, is we can do more with less. And that's what we're faced with in these times, is trying to do more and more work with less and less resources, and that's what it's allowed us to do. It's exactly what the Zipper's allowed us to do.
There isn't anything out there that, for that money, that'll save you the amount of time and dollars that this machine does.
It shouldn't take a rocket scientist to figure out all the people that's involved in machinery. You would spend about 3 to 4 days taking the material out, hauling it away, coming back in, compacting it. With the Zipper, we can spend 1 day and be gone. The Zipper will do it in 1/4 of the time, half the cost what you normally do.
We spent around $60,000 on one road, patching the old way. I can take that same road today with the Asphalt Zipper and probably spend $25,000. And not only that, but the patches also come out smoother.
In the past, what would take 6 guys all day to do, as far as taking up a street or a bad section of road or even cutting a trench, I can now have 2 guys do maybe in an hour, hour and a half, just to get it cut and cleaned out, and we can be ready to patch.
Doing a job in a third of the time means you now can move on to other jobs, other city services that need to be done. The money you're saving too can be used for other jobs. Crown Point is a rather small town, it's not real big, and everything we do is scrutinized. And so I think if you're going to be doing this job, you owe it to your taxpayers to start looking for innovative ways to save money.
Look at that material. It's perfect. The gradation is perfect. Moisture is perfect. The fines are perfect. Asphalt is all crumbled up. There's little bits and pieces. Look at this, 1/2 inch. That's asphalt. This material is perfect for making a wonderful base. We've done cost studies with using different types of reclamation processes, and this one we found to be the least expensive. The other part is that's our crew out there doing this work. And if it hadn't been for using this process and having our crew do the work, we'd be laying off people.
We did, what, 1,100, well, count the intersections, say 1,200 square yards in 2 hours. I'd be here for 2 days, the old method. And I wouldn't get the finished product that I get today. I mean, we've got workable soil. And we've got a good soil for a road base because we've got the old blacktop that's gonna mix, it's gonna congeal. You can see when they're packing it, it packs tight. It's, you know, we've used it on our softball diamonds, we've used it for trenching, we've used it for reclaiming. We've used it on our gravel roads to bring up some fluff so that we could grade. You know, the more we own it, the more we find to use it.
I was out on site for about roughly an hour, and so what normally would take us multiple days take place within a couple of hours. My mind was blown, and the crews that were there actually came up to me and said, "What do we need to do to convince you further that we want this piece of equipment?" And that's all it took. It's been an awesome experience.
So not only are we saving money, but instead of just doing surface, we're doing the full depth of the street. Surface treatment versus full depth recycling, you can doll it up all you want to. It's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. You still have a pig.
What I was most impressed with on the purchase of the Asphalt Zipper was that Dave Stiller, the representative, upon delivery of the piece of equipment, stayed and operated it until you were comfortable and understood the operation of the machine. There's many pieces of equipment that you buy today, you're kind of on your own understanding the operation of it. You don't have the representation of asking someone if you're operating it right or if it needs adjustment.
You know, that you're not wasting money, you're doing it once, do it right. I think that's where the Zipper really pays off is, you know, you're going down and getting the base fixed where the problem is.
This is probably one of the best pieces of equipment we've bought in the last 10 years.
It really has been a lifesaver. It's really been very beneficial to the city of Tucson.
If we've got a kilometer long stretch that's failing, we can go in and use this machine and, you know, a couple days we're done.
Now, if something comes up, if we have an emergency cut, we know we can handle it ourselves. If we have an immediate need in the community somewhere where we have drainage, we don't have to wait 3 weeks to bid out a job, wait for the contractors to get back with us. We can go in, tackle the problem ourselves, and have a solution before when we would just have a quote sitting around. And you will have a lot more freedom than you previously had with contractors.
So far the machine has done everything that they said it would do. There was nothing in there that was not true. You don't have to get rid of the material. You don't have to haul it away. You know, people can pretty much drive over top of it without any problem. There's actually been jobs we've done with this machine that we would not have been able to do without it.
By using the Zipper, we can recycle the material we have, and the results are far superior. That we actually did more work with it than we planned on doing, because cost-wise we could get more done. On the road that we did 3 years ago was just like the day we did it, and we were very pleased with it. The best thing about owning one like we do is you have control of your time. I would have to say we do it in a third of the time we did before. It's been one heck of a machine for us. We love it. You know, it's not something that you're going to try and say, well, it's the old way's better or anything else. There's no doubt about it.
They want to use it whenever they can. They know no piece of equipment will ever take the place of a good man, but this equipment here helps a good man do a better job.
Well, one of the things we like about it is the portability of it. You know, we can put it on any loader that we have in any section, and it goes out and we put it to work immediately. I have 6 sections in the county, 1 asphalt zipper, and the men are fighting for it all the time. Sometimes we move the zipper 2 times in one day because we'll have 2 jobs going at the same time. Yeah, and asphalt zipper has met all our needs. It's a do-all piece of equipment.
So I saw a need immediately with the zipper to be able to reclaim that asphalt product, use it, and incorporate it right back into projects instead of wasting it. The whole idea of the country is everybody's doing more with less. And in order to do more with less, you have to be more productive. And I couldn't think that we would be any more productive than what we did right here with these roadways, with the materials that we put down here.
I seen the bigger machines work, and I was skeptical of whether this smaller machine could wind up with the same type of product. And once you see the finished product, there's no difference. This machine will do everything that I've seen the bigger machines do.
It's much smaller than the larger grinding machines, and yet it's every bit as utilitarian. Once you've had one, you're never going to want to go away from it again. It's a great company, it's a great machine. These are the guys to work with.
And it was something what I was looking for, a bucket or a loader attachment that we could use that would help us out. Something cheaper than a full-scale cold in-place recycling machine that we wouldn't have to use it full-time to pay for it. We can do a very rutted alligator 3-mile road stretch full width and turn it into a 3-mile smooth road surface with a double chip seal that we can pave over in another year or 2 in 3 weeks, basically 3 miles and 3-week job, new road. That's spending our public funds in a very conscientious way, I feel. We're very pleased with what the results are. It's something that we can and will use in the future as much as we can.
Now, in my 25 years in construction, prior to spending 11 years as a professor here at the University of Florida, I feel that the Asphalt Zipper is the most innovative product I've seen come out of the construction industry in my time.